Hi, I'm Chris Kwasny, your Facilitation and Scrum Mastery Specialist, and I'm pumped up because today's video is all about the heartbeat of progress. All right, I'm talking about daily planning, sometimes called a daily huddle or a daily stand-up, maybe even a daily scrum. But daily planning is when you bring your team together to organize around the work and figure out how they can progress towards their goal. Now, over the last 10 years, I have seen a ton of different ways to achieve this daily planning outcome, but I've also seen a lot of painful planning events. And when your daily planning, because of its frequency, is painful, it is just taking away the energy from you and your team. But luckily, I've also found 3 things that I highly recommend every Scrum Master and facilitator implement in their daily planning immediately to make sure that it is exceptional, serving the team, and can make sure that every day we make a little bit of progress from where we are to where we want to be. And I'm excited to share them with you. So let's go ahead and jump in. All right. So like I was saying, daily planning is really all about bringing a group of people together that we're just going to call team, right? Maybe there are some specific roles like Scrum Master or Product Owner or some other more common ways to organize, but we'll just say the team. And the team has a goal. Now, hopefully that goal is small and incremental and short term, so we can do a little, release a little value, and learn a little, and we can move quickly. But daily planning is useful for any duration or any type of goal, because every day is when you make progress, one step at a time, right? So in daily planning, we have this team and we have this goal. It's pretty simple, yet it can be riddled with challenges and energy vampires that steal the momentum and the vigor. You know, even with good intent, a group of people might not all be on the same page, and getting them on that same page is a unique problem that Scrum Masters and facilitators can help solve. So the first technique that I highly recommend is to do your daily planning in front of your work. Okay, what I mean by that is if you're using a board, you know, to do in progress and done with some work items or sticky notes, you can focus on the work itself. And if you can focus on the work, if you can do it in front of the work, and even if you don't use a tool or an application or sticky notes, you can just write a list, right? Or text it to everybody, but get them on the page focusing on the work. Because when you can manage the work and not the people in daily planning, you can help remove the I and the focus of what I'm doing and more on what's going on, what work is close to done, what's in our way, what's blocking this, what do I need from each other. And it really helps people take a step outside of their I perspective and get more into the team, the work, the goal. And from there, now that we're all on the same page, we have a shared reality of what the work is on a daily planning basis. We can say, well, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do next? And that's when you're really creating space for the team to have a shared focus, a shared goal, and a way for them to manage and organize around the work. Not just go person by person. What are you doing? What have you done? What are you doing? That's important, but help each individual in your planning organize around the work and not just their own to-do list. So number 1 in daily planning, you got to do it in front of your work. I see so many people gather together and they can't actually see the work at hand. Really impedes focus. But if you do it, simple change, huge impact. Number 2, it's all about vibe. It's all about energy, right? In the introduction, I talked a little bit about energy vampires. They don't ruin your planning. They just seep away at that energy. Lack of focus or distraction or a variety of ways that people can just get off track, get off that same page. So what you need to do is create a vibe. You need to make it cool to care about daily planning. If you're not pumped up about it, how can you expect anybody else to be? Right? And there's some easy ways to do this. This is where your personality really comes out. Pick your favorite song, play some music. That's a great way. If it's tense, get a joke. Doesn't even matter if it's good. Bad jokes still work with these types of things. Bring in intensity. Be prepared. Maybe check in with people before planning, right after daily planning, so that they can see a rhythm and a vibe and a seriousness, a professionalism that you bring. But you got to make sure that that vibe isn't too domineering. It can overwhelm, it can stifle the creativity. This is also a time just to be together every day, and you need the morale to be high. So if you can bring a consistent high energy vibe, if you can create an environment where daily planning is important to you, you'd be surprised at how quickly people will mirror that and start treating it as if it was important to them. That's when the magic really starts happening. So number one, get it in front of the work. Get out of managing people into managing work. If you can manage work, create a vibe and an energy and a consistent presence as a facilitator to make managing work on a daily basis fun and cool, right? Be yourself. This is important. It's your one chance so that tomorrow we're not exactly where we are today. That is a powerful statement. And number three might be the most important and powerful of all, but honestly, it's the most challenging. And that's to tell the truth. Now, as a facilitator, you can't force or coerce or require anybody not lie, but telling the truth is an opportunity for a facilitator and Scrum Master to model publicly. Right? We need leadership to model telling the truth. We need team members, the people that are looked up to model the truth. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't count on my two hands how many times I've heard, oh, I'm still working on that, or it'll be done soon, or like nothing's in my way. And day after day, week after week, these things do not move. And it's not even at the expense or responsibility of any individual person. It's just this need to make things look like they're going well, this need to avoid the fear of potential accountability or blame. But I'm telling you, when you can tell the truth and you build trust in your daily planning and people show up, I didn't get it done. I didn't even get it started. I am super blocked. I don't think we're going to achieve this. You want that information as soon as possible. That should really come up first in your daily planning. So all in all, daily planning, it has one of the highest frequency of events, one of the most powerful techniques if you can gather a group of people with a shared goal. And if you can do that daily planning in front of their work, a board, a list, a set of Post-it notes, so they can see the work, they can visualize it, they can remove and step outside of just themselves and more focused on the collective. And you can create a consistent vibe where you're playing music and you're opening jokes, you get down to business, everyone leaves with clarity, consistently, that professionalism. And you can make it safe to tell the truth. Well, your daily planning just got a lot better. So, as I said, my name is Chris Kwasny, and I'm really excited because these three simple things can be implemented today or tomorrow in your next daily planning and make all the difference. So there's always more where that came from. See you on the next one.